never changes. In 1776, this great nation accepted that armed conflict was the only way to preserve our rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. If our founding fathers could only see us now. From Antietam to Amiens, Okinawa to Anchorage, we have fought. And now, the Red Menace is at our doorstep. Democracy itself is under threat of annihilation. That is why today, July 4th, 2076, 300 years after our great nation began, we gather together to honor the completion of Vault 76. This sprawling underground shelter may have been engineered by Vault-Tec, but it was built by you, the good people of America, so that if the bombs do come, if the end does come, our way of life will endure. But not everyone will be saved. Those chosen to enter this vault must be our best and our brightest. For when the fighting is stopped and the fallout has settled, you must rebuild. Not just walls, not just buildings, but hearts and minds, and ultimately, America itself. So as we stand here today, we pray that the world will know peace. But if that is not our destiny, if war must come, we stand together knowing that here in Vault 76, our future begins.
Vault 76, located in the Forest region, is Vault-Tec's official vault of the Tercentennial as Vault-Tec salutes America. This vault was designated as a control vault, meaning that the residents were not subject to any of Vault-Tec's experiments. Or at least that is what we're told. I will talk about this later in the video. Vault 76 was one of 17 control vaults as part of the overreaching vault experiment. It was christened in 2076, 7 years after its construction was completed, in honor of the United States Tercentennial. It was designed to house approximately 500 residents for around 20 to 25 years. The residents would then be sent out into the world to rebuild. This vault's construction began in February of 2065 and was completed in October of 2069. This vault was designed to run its primary power from a life-light geothermal generator and have a secondary nuclear reactor from General Atomics. However, at some point during construction, the decision was made to place 2 super reactors as the source of power. The Vault 76 computer control system is run by a BrainPower 4 mainframe. BrainPower was a pre-war company that designed and built computer mainframes and programming for the Vault-Tec. They may have also done this for other companies, but very little information exists about this company in the games. You may be interested to know that the Vault-Tec Assistant CEO, Giles Wollstonecroft, was abducted by aliens while inspecting the Vault 76 construction site. This information is found in the Mothership Zeta DLC for Fallout 3. In the alien captive recorded log number 13, Giles Wollstonecroft speaks.
Hey now, no reason to get yourselves worked up. Whatever you need, I'm going to tell it to you. Well, I'm pretty sure you want me to talk into this thing, so here goes. My name is Giles Wollstonecroft. I'm the current Assistant Chief Executive Officer of the Vault-Tec Corporation. I was inspecting the construction site of Vault 76 when I was captured what I can only assume are alien beings from another world. I'm not sure what they want from me or what they will do to me, but whatever they need, I will readily provide. Perhaps if I can bridge our communication gap and establish a rapport with them, we can enter into an exclusive trade agreement. In fact, instead of talking to this damn machine, I'm going to attempt to address them directly. On behalf of the Vault-Tec Corporation, I'd like to extend a heartfelt welcome to you. Wait, you don't need that. Wait!
We don't know for certain what his ultimate fate was, so it is possible he may yet still have a role to play in the Fallout franchise. The vault was sealed on October 23rd of 2077, and the residents were aided to the vault by a special military detachment from the U.S. Army. Vault security led the residents inside as they arrived, and just before the bombs fell, the vault was sealed. In the years that followed after the bombs fell, the survivors were aware of the vault's existence, and they wondered why it was still closed 20 years after it was sealed. Prior to the Wastelanders update, there was a responders corpse near the stairs where we now find Lacey and Azalea. On his corpse was a note. It said, "Paul, I need you to make the monthly scouting run to Vault 76. These doors have to open sometime. Don't take risks. Observe for a few days and come back. Maria." So this was Paul. Whatever killed him did so before he was able to complete his task. When we wake, we hear the Overseer speaking on the intercom.
Good morning, Vault 76. This is the Overseer. I hope you all enjoyed the party last night, even those who may have overindulged and overslept. But it's time to get up and get out there. We've been locked away long enough. Today is Reclamation Day. It may be time to leave, but I'll never forget the day you all entered Vault 76. You come from every walk of life, every race, color, and creed. But you all share one very important trait. You are this country's best and brightest. But more importantly, you'll always be my family.
After creating our character, we can head over to the terminal in our room. On the terminal are a couple of entries and a holotape. The holotape is the Nuka Tapper minigame. Make sure you take this because it is the only guaranteed spawn for it. Reading the terminal entries, Happy Reclamation Day. Today is the day, everyone. Reclamation Day. We've been preparing for this moment for 25 years. We're ready. You're ready. America is waiting for us. So let's get out there, the Overseer. You're invited. Countdown to Reclamation Day. Who? Everyone. When? 10 p.m. to midnight. We've opened the remaining liquor rations and the official Vault-Tec party hats. The Overseer will give a speech at 10 minutes to midnight and will lead the countdown. Have fun, everyone. So, there was a celebration the night before everyone was to leave the vault. It should be noted that after the Wastelanders update, new dialogue was added to all of the Mr. Handys in the vault to reflect the fact that Reclamation Day had passed some time ago. As we can see, the living quarters came with all the amenities of home. I can imagine just how hard it must have been to leave the vault.
You have been tasked with nothing less than the rebuilding of America. Such a huge responsibility. Just know that Vault-Tec is proud of you. I am proud of you. When you hear this, it means I've been gone for several hours. I've got my own mission out there in Appalachia. This is the Overseer, signing off.
Message repeats in 24 hours. System breakdown.
As we enter the diner, we find a note on one of the tables. It says, "Dear Lisa, dearest Lisa, do you know that my heart skips a beat every time you enter? Your sweet voice rings, "Milk and 3 sugars, please," in my dreams. I long to kiss you. I want. You only know me as the one who makes muffins, delivers drinks. But I am so much more. I have seen the Congo. I have visited indigenous tribes in the South Pacific. Too boastful? I want to be with you. I want to protect you. I want. We don't know who this man was, so I will just call him the Muffin Man. He toiled away in the Steiner for years without ever saying what he wanted to, and when Reclamation Day came, likely after a solid dose of liquid courage, he wrote this note, hoping she would find it before she left the vault the next morning. Obviously, she never found it, as the note was left on the table for us to find. We never find out what happened to the Muffin Man, but I hope that he found some happiness outside the vault. The first handy we find is Crutchley.
Hello. At last! Today is your Reclamation Day. I bet you're just bursting your bolts to get out there and see the world. No, and we're not likely to get one. It's been months. Besides, she left this place behind to reclaim America. It's past time you followed her example. Nothing at all. The exterior sensors were taken out of commission after that unfortunate business with the nuclear bombs. With so many of your friends having been gone so long, I cannot begin to speculate how they've transformed Appalachia already. It is endearing to hear how wonderful a job myself and the others have done maintaining the vault for these many months. But the food's all run out, and it's time to take what you've learned and use it. The kiosks have valuable information to help you thrive out there. Best get cracking! Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey, for the 100th time. Each standout has gear for you to pick up and use. Unit 1 to resident. Reclamation Day. How exciting! If you find any other functioning Mr. Handy units out there, do send my regards. Remember, America's future is entirely in your hands. Pressure. Have you visited the helpful standouts yet? Oh, I do wish I could come with you, but someone's got to man the fort, as it were. Come, come. The country's not going to rebuild itself, after all. Please make your way through the vault to the exit. There's no time to waste. That's right. Just keep moving, taking those critical goodies along the way. If I may say, your room could do with some tidying. That party was so long ago.
Maybe it's just me, but I really get a kick out of the dialogue in this game. The next handy is Worthy.
Stay fed, stay hydrated. Very important. Lots of water out there, almost all of it undoubtedly irradiated. When in doubt, boil it out. Imagine dying of hunger or thirst. How utterly embarrassing. Another day, another opportunity to leave Vault 76. What do you say? Wildlife should be abundant in Appalachia. Happy hunting. Eating raw meat? Bad. Eating irradiated raw meat? So bad. Hunger and thirst can increase your disease risk. You do not want to contract weeping sores. Believe you me. That's right, sir. Free samples. Yum, yum. Sir, you've stayed so long past Reclamation Day, our stores are nearly depleted. Stay fed, stay hydrated. Very important.
Next up is Cavendish.
If you get injured, and you will get injured, make use of stim packs. They are literal lifesavers. Be on constant alert for the clickety-click of your Pip-Boy's built-in radiation meter. Remember, sir, Rad-X to prevent radiation sickness, Rad-Away to cure it. Always stay stocked with medicines, and don't forget to use them. Medicine checklist. Rad-X, Rad-Away, Stim Pack. Got it? Good. Go on, take the meds. But you'll need to find more out there. Aren't you as tired of that message as I am, sir? It's been playing every morning for months.
Our next handy is Higginbottom.
So, about the infrastructure out there in Appalachia, I suspect there isn't any. It must be terrifying leaving this warm, secure vault for a hostile wilderness with no running water or electricity. No creature comforts out there, sir. You want it, you build it. I know it's cozy in here, but you'll soon be faced with a distinct lack of power and shelter. Outside, with a little elbow grease, you'll be powering up West Virginia in no time. Oh, come on. Building a personal power grid and making your own electricity, how hard could it be? So, will Sir be leaving the vault today, or sleeping in for another few months?
Merriman is next in line.
One of Vault 76's last remaining residents finally awakens. Again. Heck of a party last night, eh, sir? Good to see you all together one last time. Drunk, joyous, and not staving off a horrible death, minute by minute. Remember, you don't have to go it alone. Find friends, or make new ones. You must all go through that giant vault door alone. Unless, of course, you're next to someone else. Which I'd recommend, actually. Teamwork. It's what built America. It's what built me, come to think of it. When you get outside, do remember your manners. Be nice. Be helpful. Be Vault-Tec. When you get outside, find each other. Seek strength in numbers. Utilize both your similarities and differences. Ah, there they are. Vault 76's own Rip Van Winkle. How many months has it been?
Before we continue to the next handy, we need to visit the Overseer's office. Here we find her terminal. In her terminal are a few entries that give us more insight to the purpose of this vault. Reading the terminal, the first entry is Vault-Tec Report, Confidential, Overseer Eyes Only, Violation VTP 01076. 25 years after the vault doors close, you are to prepare your citizens to leave Vault 76 and begin a process called reclamation. Specifics will be disseminated automatically as the time approaches. After Reclamation Day, you are personally ordered to find and secure 3 nuclear silos codenamed Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie. If these sites are still nuclear capable, ensure that no one except Vault-Tec can access or launch nuclear ordnance. To be clear, even if there are other authorities, whether government, militia, or otherwise, their claims are to be ignored. Vault-Tec alone maintains jurisdiction. Vault 76 Parameters. Congratulations, Overseer. Vault 76 is one of the most important projects that Vault-Tec has completed. No expense has been spared on building, staffing, and selecting the inhabitants of your vault. The cream of the crop of America have been chosen, including luminaries from Vault-Tec University. The special classes and instruction you've received about managing a vault do not apply to this assignment. Vault 76 is special. Your mission is to see to the livelihood and well-being of all of your residents and make sure they're ready to colonize America once the all clear is received. It is expected you will face challenges we haven't prepared you for. Adapt, learn, and thrive. America is counting on you. Operation Procedures. Day-to-day duties. Your job as the Overseer is to see to the overall health and safety of Vault 76. Avoid loss of life at all costs. The Vault residents have been carefully chosen for their unique skills and temperament. Due to the aptitude of the Vault residents, you may be presented with unique challenges in maintaining order. As a last resort, each domicile can be locked down and the resident imprisoned for any duration you deem appropriate. Enforced solitary confinement can lead to psychological issues, so factor that in. Although the vault doors cannot be opened from the inside, keep the entry clear of all unauthorized personnel. The security team will stow all weapons and munitions after the amended entry period and will be armed solely with non-lethal devices. If America is to be rebuilt, every life in this vault is special. Preserve them all. Mandatory shutdown. Our studies have shown, even after a relatively short duration of living with the amenities of Vault-Tec, that test subjects can grow to depend on them. That will not do for Vault 76. After the all-clear message is received, Vault 76 will shut down all functions inside of 24 hours. Air circulation will cease last, and you should warn the Vault residents that staying inside the vault can be lethal after this period. Everyone must leave the nest. It's imperative that all residents are focused on the important job of rebuilding America. Archived files. Reclamation Day has arrived. We counted down to midnight. I haven't seen everyone cheer like that since Vault Baby number 1 was born. I called lights out a couple of hours ago. Had to get security to help a few people to their beds. Then the volunteers and I got the standees set up just like we practiced. Need to make the final recordings, and then it'll be time to head out that door. I wish I could be there to help everyone on their way, but I know they'll make me proud. Survival first. As instructed, we set up the survival packages. I've advised everyone to run fast and far from 76 as soon as the doors open. We have no information about what awaits us. Vault-Tec says we're America's best hope. Now we'll find out. Annual Review 2100. Another year down, our mission continues. Top issues. At current count, 6 residents are under disciplinary lockdown. That's up from 4 last year. The morale officer has managed to quash the worst rumors about Appalachia. Cannibal mutants, burning rain, whatever, but tensions are high. It's generally pretty easy to maintain order. The pedigree of most of the residents is impressive, to say the least. But competence sometimes means arrogance, and arrogance means my authority gets tested more often than it should. Hydroponics has been struggling to keep up with demand. I've been loath to institute mandatory rationing, but in 2101, that may be necessary. 76 is full to bursting with people, more than we anticipated. Top successes. The award ceremonies are a great way of stroking the most hardened egos, since everyone's so damn competitive. The low point was someone losing a tooth in a fight over the Best Dental Hygiene Award. The senior staff has been exemplary, as always, very dependable and loyal. It's been a struggle to keep our overachievers placated, but another year down and we're still here. The Vault 76 World Cup has proven to be a huge hit. The ball damn near broke the jukebox, but the energy in the atrium was just amazing. Deleted files. No files found. We also find a holotape in the terminal.
Overseer's log, or should I say, direct communication. because whoever is listening to this had the moxie to try to find out where I've gone. But I'm glad you did. Truth is, I need your help. I've been given a task and I've decided to break protocol and tell you what it is. Because if there's one thing I've learned in these past few years, it's that we need to rely on each other. There were 3 active nuclear silos in Appalachia before the bombs fell. They blew up the world before. We can't let it happen again. So we've got to locate and secure all of the silos. Or die trying. Hopefully the former. But it's been 25 years. I just don't know what we're gonna find out there. Or where to start. My directive was to go to the nearest population center and assess the situation. I'll set up a camp on the way once I get my bearings. Find me there.
So, the Overseer broke protocol by making this holotape and leaving it for us to find. I will talk about this more in a bit. For now, let's continue. Our next handy is Crowley.
Your camp is the key to survival and rebuilding, so use it often. Outside, survival will be easy with your construction and assembly mobile platform, or camp. So catchy. The camp is instrumental to the rebuilding of America. One tetanus-inducing rusty shack at a time. Rebuilding America. How utterly terrifying. Glad I'm staying here. Still, I'm sure your camp will make it easy peasy. Need a cooking station? Use your camp. A new house? Your camp. Some small luxuries? Your camp. A battleship. Think of the camp as your mobile home away from home. Well, you know, just your home. Period. Still pretending it's Reclamation Day, are we? You do remember the whole point of Reclamation Day? Reclaiming Appalachia? Never too late.
In the next room, we find a projector playing a slideshow. Checking out the slides, we see that they give us some useful information about our Pip-Boy, what to expect outside, and some crafting tips. This information is helpful for new players, especially those who have never played any of the Fallout games before. We also find a terminal in this room. This is the personnel terminal. Reading the terminal, we find several entries. Final notice. If anyone is found accessing this terminal and is not a member of the personnel department, you will be immediately reported to the security chief. No exceptions. Correspondence. Missing Nuka-Cola Cherry. From Daily J. Subject, Missing Nuka-Cola Cherry. Just because we're leaving doesn't give anyone the right to steal from my stash of Nuka-Cola Cherry. I've been rationing those bottles for over 20 years. If I catch any of you, so help me God, there will be consequences. About my reassignment. From Sullivan T. Subject, about my reassignment. I realize that it may seem trivial in light of present circumstances, but I would greatly appreciate my reassignment being processed before Reclamation Day. I have worked many years to pass all written, verbal, and physical tests to become a sanitation engineer. I have a doctorate of engineering from GSU, and I don't want to end my tenure at our Vault 76 as a soda jerk. Please let me have the accolades I have earned. Thanks in advance. Purge all records. From Security Chief. Subject, Purge all records. Vault-Tec's reclamation procedure is very clear. All records must be purged before our day. To be clear, after Reclamation Day, there will be no personnel department. There will be no Vault 76. Any of the projects you are in the middle of are done. If you, for some reason, can't find the time to erase the files, I'll send someone over to do it for you. You can bring it up with the Overseer if you like. Continuing on, the next handy we find is Pool.
Never stop learning. Be the best that you can be. Remember one of Vault-Tech's many, many mottos. Hard work is happy work. Some may call them jobs, but I like to think of them as perks. I know it will be scary out there, but you possess the skills to not only survive, but thrive. Remember, adaptability is key. If your role isn't working, try another. Get creative. You, sir, possess the skills necessary to accomplish anything. I'm sure of it. To be anything. Cook, assassin, medic, hacker, bullet sponge. So wonderful, the human condition. Is today the day? Leaving the vault at last? The Overseer could be anywhere by now. Please, sir, I can't pretend it's Reclamation Day any longer. Even my programming has limits.
The next room is the vault entrance, but before we leave the vault, let's check the security office. In the security office, we find a terminal with several entries. Reading the terminal, Vault 76 security instructions. Confidential, security eyes only. Violation VTP-01076. Vault 76 is one of the most highly valuable and important vaults in our network. As such, these orders must be obeyed at all costs. The future of America is at stake. Upon receiving activation notice, your team is authorized to use lethal force. Any obstacle or threat that stands between you and getting vault residents safely inside the vault must be dealt with decisively. Only authorized residents are allowed inside. All other personnel should be considered enemy combatants. The Overseer has special instructions after the activation notice. As soon as the entry procedures are complete, your team must stow all weapons in the specified containers. Further orders will then be dispensed. Trust your Overseer. Obey your Overseer. Know that each and every member of your team was selected specifically for this assignment because of Vault-Tech's faith in you. If you work together, you will succeed. Incident reports. Drunk and disorderly. Chill caught M. Thompson singing loudly during the night cycle. He got into the reclamation party stores and borrowed a six-pack. The rules say that theft mandates lockdown, but what's the point? In 2 days, everyone's out anyhow. Threw Thompson in a holding cell to sleep it off. Assault investigated. Nakamura investigated a complaint filed by our old friend Jake. Jake claimed that E. Jefferson shoved him with intent to commit bodily injury. Nakamura found a witness, and Jake was gently shoved out of the way after he was laying into Jefferson about being an ineffectual ass. Asked the chief whether we could nail Jake for filing a false report. Chief said that Jake technically was assaulted though, so it's dropped. God, I hate lawyers. Unauthorized access investigation. Terminal 023-B was hacked last night. Sandy investigated, and we've got no idea who did it. The reclamation files were accessed, however, which has the chief furious. What does he expect? Half of the Resis are goddamn geniuses. How are we supposed to keep them out of restricted files? Doubled up the shifts so we have more eyes out there. Like that'll help. Theft investigated. Another claim from Jake. Again. Sent Nakamura over. She's the only one that doesn't want to strangle the guy. Jake claims he's missing 1 box of sugar bombs from his room. He's demanding we investigate it. 1 box of sugar bombs? Told Nakamura to drop the investigation. With reclamation coming, we have far more important things to do. Security logs. Final entry. 25 years of service, no KIAs, and one hell of a send-off. I made one last plea to arm the Resis before we open. Denied. My solemn hope is generations from now, visitors will come to 76 and read this and know how dedicated their forefathers were, how we regrew America from the ashes. But I must admit, I'm afraid as well. If some of the experiments in the other vaults go wrong, it can give you nightmares. And that's only the things I know about. If we can only stick together, work together, I think we stand a chance. Keeping a lid on it. Had to lock down Casey for blabbing about the activation notice. The cat's already out of the bag, but orders are orders. Procedure is we announce tomorrow, but you can feel the excitement. The team keeps asking what to expect out there. The nukes knocked out our external sensors, so we're blind. Only the secondary Geiger counters are operational. Scuttlebutt gone wild. Lots of whispering of who's grouping up with who after reclamation. I worry that the biggest threat to the project isn't any threat we'll face out there, it's from within. The Resis are a formidable lot, but give them free rein, and Lord help us. Rundown complete. Team tore through the activation notice checklist. Logs wiped, non-essential gear secured, reclamation packages acquired, etc. The whole procedure went down in record time like we've been practicing for years. Some grumbling about unleashing the Resis without the Overseer keeping them in check, but overall, a good performance. We don't find out what happened to the security team. I would love to learn more about them. Did they stay with each other? Where did they go? What was their story after leaving the vault? As it is clear that they were not part of the normal residents, I hope we find them in some future update down the road. Before we leave the vault, we have one more handy to talk with. His name is Alderton.
Goodbye. Aloha. Ciao. Arrivederci. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Vaya con Dios. Buen viaje. They grow up so fast. Happy Reclamation Day. Now go get 'em. All right. Woo-hoo. America. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Have fun. Try not to die. The entire country is counting on you. So please, for the love of God, don't screw this up.
After leaving the vault, we find one more handy outside. His name is Pennington.
Oh, sir. Those young ladies down there, they seem exceedingly alive. They haven't yet made any untoward advances, but perhaps you could speak to them? Verify their intentions are civil? Well, yes, but it's been some time. But she was a resourceful woman. I'm sure she's all right. Until quite recently, it's been exceedingly peaceful. I maintained my post, greeted latecomers out of the vault, and otherwise reveled in Appalachia's natural splendor. But very recently, it seems people have come back to Appalachia. Those two and more to boot. The non-vault sort, you understand. It's all very concerning. Who knows what they might be up to? I've been keeping watch here long enough to have learned that outside the vault, people don't always have one's best intentions at heart. I'm sorry to say it, but it's the truth. Only that they appear to have some vested interest in accessing the vault. One seemed quite perturbed when I told them that wouldn't be happening, but I'm not sure if she believed me. Oh, do be careful out there, sir.
Post Wastelanders, just down the stairway from Pennington, we find Lacey and Azalea. There are a couple of people who have come to Appalachia in search of the treasure hidden somewhere in the area. We will cover that story in another video. So, we were told that Vault 76 was a control vault. I think this was just another one of Vault-Tec's many lies. While it did function as a control vault with no apparent experiment, I believe the real experiment was to start when the residents were to leave the vault. Here's what we know. The Overseer was tasked with an impossible mission to complete once she left the vault. Her orders were to locate and secure all 3 missile silos in the area, regardless of whether they were already in the hands of military or government officials. Knowing the psychological profile of our Overseer, Vault-Tec knew that she could not possibly complete this task, and thus would resort to enlisting the help of her residents, the very people who she protected and taught to survive in the wasteland. They knew that she would not just openly ask for help, opting to leave clues behind for those more astute residents. Vault-Tec's real experiment was to test the willingness of the residents to not only help the Overseer, but to see what decisions they would make when given the option of using the missile silos or just securing them. As we know, the storyline for the base game is to launch the nukes in an attempt to wipe out the Scorched threat. While we don't fully know the fate of Vault-Tec's leadership, it is plain to see that even control vaults were possibly going to have some sort of experiment involved. Only time will tell, and I suspect we will continue to get more information on Vault-Tec in future updates and games. With that, we now know the story of Vault 76. I'd like to know your thoughts on the experiment. Let me know in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, consider giving it a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on more content. For my part, I'm just glad you stopped by. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.